What is going on, managers, and welcome back to a brand new tactic video from me. This one is one of my creations and not one replicated from other managers that I've been doing. So we're going to get into this one. It's a nice little formation that works for your mid-table teams pushing into Europe, and one special team that we did do it with that recently got promoted. But I'll show you that in the meantime. Let's get straight into the video. Before we get into it, please leave a like, hit the subscribe before we start on, because you know it's going to be a banger, because it always is. The subscribe button, hit the like button, you know what to do. And as you can see, we have got Villarreal first season, second in the La Liga. I think that's a great achievement as well for them. They are normally a side pushing European, kind of Europa League, not breaking the top four, but this year we went and smashed it. Okay, Real Madrid kind of blew us out the park there, but if you can see just below, 87 goals, second best goal scoring team in the La Liga. I thought it was a very good system and a very good achievement to make there as well. We did get 62 yellow cards, which is not too bad for the league. We normally get a little bit more than that. 35 goals conceded, which was the sixth best, but 35 goals conceded is not bad at all, especially with this team as well. It's not quite your Atletico Madrid's, Real Madrid's, Barcelona's kind of style, but the fact that we got second in the league is glorious as well. We also had another run-in as well with Middlesbrough, just so I can show you over here. We finished second with Middlesbrough as well. It's not a bottling tactic, honestly. It's not a bottling tactic. We've finished second twice, okay? But we were just 2 points off Norwich. Got ourselves promoted as well with the automatic playoffs, miles ahead of anyone else as well. 11 points away from third in the league. We got the best goals in the league with 96 goals, and we were second best with goals conceded as well with just 43. Okay, we've got a bit of an issue with yellow cards. 93 yellow cards is a lot of yellow cards. We seem to be a regular occurrence there with them ones, but we are really doing well with that. But the fact that we've got like 96 goals, and the fact that Shea Jones is the only top goal scorer with 12 just shows you how versatile and how it is that everyone else is getting involved with scoring these goals for us as well. So that's just brilliant to see. But if you see in the Villarreal one, we kind of had Gerard Moreno, who was kind of the shining star here with 34 goals for us. So we really did kind of adapt there with the players. And you can just tell the difference in the players of the Championship to the La Liga, who just shine out a little bit more than the others. But let's have a look at some of the statistics to show you just exactly how good we were. As you can see there, we were the second best top goal scoring team in the La Liga with 87, just 2 off Real Madrid as well. We nearly toppled them as well. And fewest shots against with 373, which was 7th in the league, which is not too bad actually, considering some of the big boys that are in there as well that close down and press a lot better than us. So I'm very happy with that. It's not really a possession-based tactic. That's why it's kind of suited more for the teams that are a little bit lower, trying to push into Europe or gain into Europe as well. As you can see there, we only managed 49% average of the possession there. Not the best in the league, but it's not a possession-based tactic. It's more of like, you need to get a win, smash and grab win. As you can see there with the dribbles that we made as well, with 735 dribbles, just shy of the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid. It's get the ball down, run at the defenders, and put a lot of pressure on them, try and stop them from pretty much getting the ball into the box or getting them into our area more than anything else. And as you can see with the fewest conceded there, we were 6th with 35, but when Real Madrid only conceded 18 the whole season, that is quite incredible. But as you can see just above us, as Vigo were on 34 and Barcelona and Atletico Madrid 33 and 30, we're not far off them at all. We're not far off them, and considering our team compared to the rest of the group there, it's a very strong thing to look at there. We managed to keep 13 clean sheets as well, which was not too bad considering as well, so I was happy with that. And the most tackles won, we were 815. We were up there, which I love to see that as well. It's one of my favorite statistics to have, is the amount of tackles that we won. It's really good to see that, so I'm very happy with that. Pass completion is way down there with 84%. Not the best, but once again, it is more of getting that ball down, dribbling with it, and getting into the areas and putting a little bit of pressure on. And most shots for as well, we had 640, which was just shy of Real Madrid's, who topped us with the goals. But yes, very strong getting the ball in the box and getting shots off. We also created the second amount of chances as well with 171, which is nice to do as well. It's great that we can actually get the ball into the box and create the chances to get the ball moving around. So I'm very happy with that as well. We were also the most fouled team as well, which is another good. With your tackles won and you're being fouled the most, they are two of the great things that I like to put together as well, purely because you know you're frustrating the opposition there. You're either keeping the ball well or you're dribbling with it so well that they have to kick it out to try and stop you from from getting anything. So the fact that we are tackles against to highest is absolutely brilliant. I love to see that. That's a great stat to have. And with that dribbling as well, it comes in the high intensity sprints, as you can see there. 5,733. We are 1,000 more doing better with the dribbling as well and the high intensity sprint. So it's nice to see that we're really digging in, trying to get the ball back and going for it. And even when we're attacking, we're sprinting with it and we're putting a lot in, relying on the dribbling ability of this team heavily. So that is a good thing for us to do as well. We were also second with the best amount of possession won as well. This would be from potentially the tackles that we've been winning, as you saw in the other stats, kind of linking together now, or making the opposition misplace the passes as well. As you can see, we're really up there when the likes of the big boys are down 13th, 14th. They kind of just don't win the possession back. They kind of get back off shots and stuff like that. But we actually win the possession back quite a lot here as well, just like getting, like you can see there, the tackles and the tackles percentages. And that's probably one of the reasons why we're up there with the most yellow cards in the league as well, but putting the tackles in. So some great stats in there as well. We're going to flick over to the Middlesbrough one, and I'm just going to show you just exactly the same here. A few stats in the league as well. Most goals scored was us, 96, managing to get 8 goals more than anyone else's. Fewest shots as well was 429, second in the league for that, which is brilliant. Once again, this is not really a possession-based tactic, but we did get 53%, which was 8th in the league, which was nice as well for us there. Most dribbles, we know it's a high dribble tactic this is as well. Getting the ball down, being a threat with the wingers and stuff like that. So highly recommend good, strong wingers for this side there. We actually came level with Luton as well, 1,019, which is nice to see. Fewest conceded, we were second with 43, which was good as well. Clean sheets, we got 19 clean sheets this time, which was good. Tackles won was a little bit different with this side, as we were nearly bottom there with 824. So the contrast of different ways there, because Middlesbrough are probably a more stronger side in this league than Villarreal are in the La Liga, if that makes sense. So we kind of just didn't really need to put the tackles in, because we probably got the possession back other ways as well, like interceptions with the high press and stuff like that. We also had the most shots as well with 753, which is nice to see as well. And points per game is obviously, because we were second, we'd be second there. Let's have a look at a couple of the stats in here to show you top as well of many things. One of the things with this dribbling, and I was on about with the wingers as well, is we get the most cross completion here as well. 299 crosses have been completed for the season, which is great to see, and that's probably where most of our goals come from as well. Using that high intense dribbling speed there, try and get the ball whipped into the box for our strikers or on running players to get in there and get the goal for us. So it's nice to see that the cross completion is working well with them high dribbles as well. And this just mimics the shots and the creation, same as the Villarreal one. We're really high with the amount of chances created with 718, a little bit more clinical. We could score even more goals, and we could have pushed that 100 goal ratio where we could have just tried to break some records, but it's good to see that as well. But with this created chances, obviously our shots, we become more shots on target. As you can see here, we have 308 compared to the 281 compared to Norwich there. So we're making chances and we're really putting it into the back of the net and trying to force our way through. And it's nice to see that we're actually getting in the positions to get a shot off on target. We're also racking up 16 shots per game, which was the most in the league. So that's another reason just showing you that we are making chances as well. And once again, same as the Villarreal one, we were the most foul teams purely because we are dribbling with the ball. We're trying to get it forward, try and push it forward and use the wingers and the wing backs to get forward, push the ball in and just be a little bit more dangerous that way and get past the fullbacks to push the ball into the box. So you're going to ask, what is the tactic? And this is the tactic. It is so simple. It is pretty much a 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1, 4-1-2-2-1, whatever you want to call it. It is one of them. And what it does is it really just simplifies the game up so easy. The fact that we have an inside forward in Pino over there, or Pino, over on the right, we can allow Foyth to get forward with the wing back on attack as well. So he pushes up, and because he pushes up, we're pretty much fine because the DLP just sits into here as well, whilst we have the DM of Coquelin as well backing him up. So he's allowed to be freedom because Coquelin can drop back and we can become this kind of 3 at the back. And then Mandy just pushes over it to kind of compensate for where Foyth has got forward there. So it just allows us to push forward and move the ball around and just be a little bit more freedom. That's why them intense runs coming down the wings are being a little bit more dangerous and a little more aggressive, because we can do that with that because we've got the backup there as well, and that's on the left hand side. We just have a simple fullback who just sits back, doesn't push forward too much because Lo Celso is going to push as well. So when we're on the attack, it's pretty much going to be 4 players bombing forward because we have Lo Celso on CM attack there. So he does get involved in the game as well, moving up and try and push forward as much as physically possible to help out with the wingers and the inside forward and the advanced forward as well. It's perfectly done as well for us, but we do have no instructions on the fullback. Do we have any on the wing back? We just had the normal run back. There is pretty much no instructions on these players neither because every role just suits where we are, and the instructions that we have on the instructions for the team pretty much compensate what the roles of these boys are as well. So pretty much when we are in the attack, it's looking like Parejo just tries to get this ball up, tries to find Foyth and Pino in this side because Pino comes there, Foyth comes there, and that comes there. So we have like a 5-man attack, and then also we have Coughlin just drops back, and then we introduce a 4, and we just rotate with the play and the play of the game there. That it becomes quite an attacking tactic when it really needs to as well. So it's interesting to see how it all develops as we play through there. Let me just put these back in position so you can see where they are exactly. And we have a wing back on attack. And that is just how it works, guys. It's so simple. We just get the ball down, play it well, and we have low crosses on as well because we didn't have really the tallest of players. We focus in the centre because we have 3 players in the centre of that field there who are very capable of playing the ball. So what that does is focus of play means we get the ball down to the playmaker and then we spread it wide out to the fullbacks as well. We do have running defence on the players as well, so we can run at the defenders, try and cause a little bit of aggro, which we have by getting most of the fouls as well. So we've been fouled most in every single league that causes this, so it's brilliant to see that. We have a high tempo as well of play, so we try to move the ball as fast as possible to get it forward, so it relies on kind of a counter-attack as well. So when we are all sort of back nice and neat, we can just break and we see them 5 players just bomb forward and push forward to get the ball into the box and try and get a shot off. We do have overlap left and right. The overlap left really doesn't overlap that much. He will get forward a little bit, but because we've obviously got the attacking midfielder there go forward as well, he very rarely pushes so far up. He kind of like gets that initiative of thinking, I've still got to defend here because no one will be behind me, that he just sits back. But also in the same sentence as when Foyth gets forward, Coughlin drops back and Torres just pushes out to the left there. So that is kind of what we have when we are in possession of the ball. When we're in transition, we do counter press and counter, and we distribute to the fullbacks so we can get the ball forward and run down. They can then find the cross into the centre, which we are focusing play in the centre, or they can get the ball to the DLP to then spread the ball out as well. There's plenty of options for them there, and this just offers a massive creative chance for the players to move and find a little bit of space to get into the play. And then we also play with a high line of engagement and a high defensive line as well. We really push up there, preventing the goalkeeper distribution, and also much more of a trigger press as well to try and get the ball back as soon as possible. That is why we get the most of possession. Was one of the main stats that we got in our league, so it's brilliant to see that, and I'm happy that we do get that as well. So that's glorious how it all works. We have 2 defensive players in there, and also we do have that attacking player all around. So there's a good balance on the left and right hand side that just counteracts each other and allows them to just push forward when we need to. And if we need to sit back, we've got Coughlin and Pereiro that are going to sit there, mop everything up, and let the rest of the 5 players just have an absolute field day up front, try and score goals and whipping crosses in and dribbling past players. Pretty much a simplistic tactic, you would say, but it just works wonders, and it works pretty well for, like I say, the European side trying to push European or trying to get to that next step before you get the big boys in. It does well, and I'm going to show you a tactic right now with a team, the same tactic with a team that's just been promoted to the La Liga, and I'll show you where we finished up. And here it is. Girona, guys, are a newly promoted side. We made no transfers whatsoever. We finished 7th. And we actually finished in European football. Yes, okay, it's a Conference League, but from going from promoted last season to not even fighting relegation, gain instant Europe, I think that's a very good, successful story there. Here is the tactic, guys. It's exactly the same as what you've seen previously in the other ones, and it is really just good now. We renamed it to Win Now, not Test, because I was testing the tactic out. So we have renamed it to Win Now because we are winning with this tactic. And also an interesting statistic in here as well. As you see, we are the 2nd highest team scoring with 72. Now, 60 goals conceded is like the third worst, but we are Girona. You kind of got to understand that we're not the strongest side there. We've just been promoted, so to get them into European football from that is absolutely wonderful news, you can see there. But the fact that we scored 72 goals, the second highest in the league as well. Just who tipped us? Was it Real Madrid that tipped us? It was Real Madrid. We scored 2 more than Barcelona, and we absolutely dominated over Atletico Madrid. Brilliant to see. So it's nice to see that we had that as well. Once again, showing the importance of the dribbling as well, coming in 5th with the most dribbles there, which is nice to see. So we're going to show you a couple of results now for you in the league. It was a kind of like a mixed bag here, but we did go on a very good run near the end of the season as well against Cadiz and stuff like that. We beat Espanyol 2-1 and Real Betis. So we could really have potentially got better results. I'm not going to lie. A very poor March. I'm not going to lie there. We could got better results. Try and get the wins against like Real Sociedad, Villarreal, and Vallecona. We could really have pushed a little bit higher there as well. But let's have a look at some of the goals and show you how we are scoring them. So it looks like they come out for the attack here. It's a great tackle in the centre, putting that hard tackling on. A great ball over the top, finding the inside forward there, becoming that second striker for us and does a real good job. So one's going to come from a free kick here as Riquelme gets that ball in. And there is the Andre Herrera using him as the attacking midfielder. He's getting forward while he's getting involved. Push forward so we can get involved as well. Good ball movement down here as a ball through. Herrera, that attacking centre mid, pushing forward, being like a shadow striker there, makes a great run through and gets us the goal. This time it's going to be the inside forward yet again. Riquelme playing out there and out wide. He's going to move the ball around. Good play as well for Villarreal. Gets the ball all the way across. Inside forward, Riquelme there. Gets the ball in the back of net. It's a lovely cross, and Villarreal has been absolutely fantastic for us, and Riquelme is just even better when he puts a free kick in like that. You just can't complain. So it's always nice having a free kick specialist in there to try it out as well. But guys, that is going to be the tactic. Let me know how you get on with this. Tell me how you're getting on. Let me know if it does well for you, if it does wonders for you. It'll be glorious to see. Leave them a comment and also leave a like, hit the subscribe. Hopefully we can hit 800 very, very shortly. But guys, thank you very much for checking out this video. It means absolute world to me. If you want to see more live content from me, I'm live over at Twitch, www.twitch.tv/takeover47, where you will see more content from me. We've just started a tier 8 English side save, so hopefully that piques your interest and you'll see some very funky tactics being made over there on that one, and it'll be absolutely great if you can for me, guys. So once again, thank you very much for spending a bit of part of your day checking out my content. It means absolute world to me. I'll catch you all next time. Much love and bye bye.